Hey everyone, this is Joe in General, your resident reason and evidence enthusiast. It's a Siacoin update. This is an altcoin that I've been trading for a little bit now, and I've done two previous videos on my channel. The first one was a week ago, and that was inclusive with my weekly Bitcoin price analysis video. So I talked about Siacoin there. Then 3 days ago, I did a standalone Siacoin update because there were some big changes in the price of Siacoin. We saw some really nice gains, and of course there's been a few developments since then, so this is another standalone update to Siacoin. Now this is where we were last week. The first video on Siacoin, I was talking about, we were around about the price of 68. In the second video, we had come up all the way to 93, seeing some really big gains. And in that video, I was talking about where the price may go from there. I will put a link to both of those videos as a pinned comment on the YouTube page. I'll put it as some links in the more information section. I'll also put a couple of cards as well. So you've got plenty of opportunity to watch those two videos before you continue on with this video. But this is where we were. This is as of 3 days ago. This is on the daily time frame. This is the Poloniex website, trading website. And this is where we are now on the daily time frame. All right, so a little bit of volatility. It's been like a yo-yo, actually. So after coming up to this high of 93, we actually went all the way back down to 73. Then we came all the way back up to made a slightly new high of 94, and then all the way back down to 69, and then a little bit up and down. Now we're currently trading around about 83. So in last week's video, let's pop into the 2-hour time frame. Last week's video, we were around about here, and I was suggesting, based on exponential Fibonacci calculation, that we may see a key Fibonacci up target of 96. Now, it didn't reach that level, unfortunately, so we just now have to adjust to the message of the market. But we did hit 94 a couple of times, actually. So here and here, after that big that dip all the way down to 69, we went all the way back up to its high again of 94. But since then, we have been in a steady decline. But, you know, hopefully those of you who are day trading Siacoin have, you know, put some sell orders around the highs here, and then you bought back in here, and then, or close to the lows, and then sold, you know, close to the highs again. So hopefully you've been making some good Bitcoin profits. But the question is, where are we going from here? I can't give you a 100% guarantee, obviously, but let's look at price scenarios depending on whether it goes up or down. What I must say is, what I don't like currently is this current descending triangle pattern forming. If I pull that out a little bit, you might see that a bit easier. You'll see these lower highs being formed, and then this sort of bottom here of around about 80. So if you were to draw a line here, you'll see that line there, kind of, imagine a line there, and then up like that, and then down. That forms a descending triangle. Now, in general, not always the case, but in general, descending triangles can suggest that the price may be going lower. But to use a phrase that a very well-known, well-respected, at least I respect, person who does analysis in these kind of markets often says, oftentimes from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction. So could this be an attempt to try and break through 80 here, and to make to go down lower? Or if it's a failed move and it does fail to break down through here, then what tends to happen is you see a fast move in the opposite direction, so that would be going higher. So let's look at where the price may go depending on those two circumstances. So if we punch out a little bit further, I don't want to get too small here because some of you are watching this on your mobile phones, or your cell phones, as you call them in the United States, you fancy people. But if we do break down through 80, there's a couple of key levels. So you've got this previous resistance level here of 73, 72, 73. That was a big number when sort of seeing this price every day over the last month and a bit since I've been following Siacoin. 72 and 73 was sort of a pretty key number. So that could come down to 73. So that might be an opportunity to put in a buy order there if you're considering doing that. But you've also got this little pierce below at 69. So it could come down to 69. So based on the technicals, I was looking at the chart here, 72 to 69. It might be a good buying opportunity if it's not going to go much lower than that. But what you also need to do is you need to look at what are people doing, what are the people's orders as well. So that's important. So let's look at between 69 to about 72, 73 on the buy orders on the Poloniex website. Let me punch in a little bit further. That's good. So what you'll notice here at between, actually I'll go one out, you guys can still see that. So what you'll notice here at between 69 to 73, well, look at this, you've got a whole chunk of Bitcoin here, or Bitcoin worth of Siacoin, that is. And so you've got around about 20 at 72, 12 at 71, and almost 20 at 70. So that's equaling about 52 Bitcoin worth of Siacoin that people have got buy orders in for. So that's not a huge buy wall, but it's certainly one to take into account. But there's a big question here is this buy wall completely genuine, or is part or all, usually not all, but is part of this fake buy orders, which may get pulled a little bit later on. So have people with very deep pockets put in, say, 10 Bitcoin here, another 10 here, maybe 15 here, for example, because they're trying to give the appearance of a very strong support here at this level, because obviously they're invested in the coin. They don't want to see it go too much lower. But that's the big question, and we can't read minds, obviously. So you got to treat the evidence as it is. You have to treat it like it is real. So let's assume that this is all real buy orders. And so what's the likelihood of all of these being bought through? It's certainly likely, but if you were a betting person, which you are because you're trading you're trading altcoins, trading cryptocurrencies, you are somewhat of a gambler. What I would be doing in this situation, and of course this is not financial advice, do your own research, I wouldn't tend to be putting any buy orders in this part here. If I was, I'd maybe put one in here at 72. But what I'll usually do is play the pip above. So I'd be putting in a buy order personally at 73 because there's a lot less Bitcoin to chop through. Because what may happen, if you put in a buy order here at 72, first of all, you're going on the back, on the tail end on this 19.93 Bitcoin. So, and again, that 72 was a previous, key, little bit of a key resistance level just there. So that could become, a decent support, quite possibly. There's no guarantees in life, but quite possibly. But you'd have to wait until all these 19.93 Bitcoins are bought before your order gets triggered. So maybe just consider putting it in at 73. That's what I would be doing in this situation. And I'm happy to take the risk that it does go down a little bit further, maybe down to 70, even to 69. But then if it does come back up, well, look, I'm not going to cry about it if I did get a buy order in here and I missed out on here, but then it goes up from there. That's okay. I'm not going to be really upset. So to play it safe, I'd be putting in a buy order myself around about 73 because of this big buy wall here. If we are going to go further, lower down than that, let's pop out to maybe the daily time frame. I like the 4-hour time frame. That's probably a little better. So if we are going to go lower than, say, 69 to 73, well, you've got a few key areas here. If you check out this area here of around about 63, as you can see here, that was a bit of support just there. This next level here, which was quite a large one, was about 55 to 57. And actually 56 was the roughly about the breakout point here of when it did have that big climb from 56 all the way up to 87. So 56 around about, let's call it, say, you know, between 54 to 57 roughly, is another good buy opportunity if the price is going to break down below here and then go lower. So that's on the downward way. Let's see where the price could go if this is indeed a failed move, and then we see a fast move to the upside. Now we're hovering right now at around about 84. Let me just punch in just while I'm here because this is live. Let me just see what's going on with the price right now. This is on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so we haven't touched 80 again yet for a little bit. There is one touch here, one, two, three, four. That's a couple little touches there on the 5-minute time frame. Another one here, but now we've been hovering around about 81, yet to break down to 80 just yet, and we've come back up to 84 roughly. I'm not going to call that that's the start of a failed move, a fast move in the opposite direction, but it's looking okay. But let's go back to upside potential. So in order to look at upside potential, we need to adjust to the message of the market, as I probably said before. I'm going to take this high of 94 and this recent low of 69. I popped that into the Fibonacci, exponential Fibonacci spreadsheet calculator. So 94 divided by 69, you get that number here. Put it to the power of these Fibonacci levels here, and you get that number, and then you just do that, and then it gives you the calculation. So here is 94, the high. The next key highs, well, from going up for here, are 101, 106, 110, and the big level here, which is the 1.618 level of 114. So this doesn't always happen, but what tends to happen if a price is an all-time high gets broken, and then there is really good fundamentals to say that the price will be going higher, then this 1.618 level is usually a key resistance point. So this might be an area which you would consider putting in, maybe not all of your sell orders. Maybe you want to sell a little bit and then try and trade in between these particular other key Fibonacci levels here. But 114 might be a good longer term resistance point. So you may consider putting in a sell order around about there. But you've got these other orders here, 110 at the 1.5 level. That's not really a key level really. It's usually the 1.618 and the 1.382, or the 61.8 level and the 38.2 level are usually the two key ones. If you were talking about this, I don't know, this just came into my head. If you're talking about this in musical terms, if there's any musos out there watching this right now, the 38.2 and the 61.8 is kind of like your third and your seventh. I don't know why that came. I'm a musician, I'm a singer. This is one of my main jobs is as a singer and a musician. So the third and the fifth, harmonically speaking, are two of the main key notes when you're thinking about harmonies. The third and the seventh very key, so that happens to be just like that. So the 1.382 is like your third in musical terms, and your 1.618 is like your seventh in musical terms. Sorry for that little little segue there. But going back to non-musical terms, let's have a look at. That's not it. Let's have a look at the sell orders now. And what you'll notice is there's a hell of a lot of them. We've got a lot of sells here. All the way going up. So here we are right now at, we have sells at 73 again. So this one here at 13 and 88, that's not huge really, comparing it to, this market, the Siacoin market. But this first main level here, you've got a whole bunch here at 92, 93. Look at all of these, 32 at 96, 32 at 99, 43 at 100. Of course, 100, is a psychological barrier. once if we get past that psychological barrier, we've got a few here, that's not too bad. But then when you get back up to closing in on, you know, this 114 level, then you're getting a lot more again. You got 38 at 108, 33 at that 110 level that I mentioned just before. You got 17 at that 106 level, and 10 at that 101 level, which I believe was the 1.236 level. Yep. But here at the 114 level, you've got 49 Bitcoin worth, and actually at 112, 49 Bitcoin worth. The question again is, are they real sell orders, or are some of them, you know, fake sell orders to suppress the price while people day trade in between? And what does happen is that the same person who's got fake buy orders in on the buy side have fake sell orders in on the sell side, because they're just trying to make that little bit of profit in between a certain margin. So that could certainly be the case, but again, we need to treat them like they are real. So it could take quite a while to chop through all these sell walls here. But if we do get through up close to the 114 level, I wouldn't be putting in the sell order at 114. I'd be putting it in at 113, and I do happen to have a sell order in at 113. That's my long-term sell order based on that 1.618 Fibonacci level, and I am holding on to some Siacoin so I can day trade as well. Just those little, you know, those small dips and rises. So that's where the price could be going if the price is going higher to that key level of 114, which is the 1.618 exponential Fibonacci level. But we do have a lot to chock through here to get to that point. So I don't want to give a massive call. Definitely don't want to do that, because you know, you need to do your own research, and I don't give financial advice, of course. And of course, you know, the market is going to do what the market wants to do. So I'm not going to make big calls like that. But what I don't like, currently based on this descending triangle here, and based on this massive sell wall here, reason and evidence would tell me that we could be seeing lower prices. So you might want to consider putting in, you know, some buy orders in here at the aforementioned levels I talked about just before. However, this could be, and certainly happened before, could be a failed attempt at breaking through that level of 80, and we could see a fast move back up to 94 and then breaking into new highs. It just might take a while for this to happen. Because of all these sell orders, what you may potentially see if it's going higher, let's see, the next point here is what, 88. If we break through 93, 94, if we break through 94, it's probably going to take a little bit of time for it to start creeping up slowly to that 114 level. So you're not going to see a fast move to that 114 level, I'd imagine. If it's going to go higher and break that 94 level, what I imagine you would see is that you would see it, you know, come up here and then just little pips at a time, gradually getting higher and higher. Once again, that is if the price is going higher. The sentiment seems to be like it's going lower, again, based on those two factors, descending triangle and those big sell orders there. But that doesn't mean it's 100% guaranteed. Now, of course, if you want to stay updated with the Siacoin price, I will be doing more videos on that, so hit the subscribe button on my channel. Another coin I'm going to be possibly doing a video on very soon is this one here. It's called Bytecoin. Its code is BCN on the Poloniex website. I do have been in Bytecoin for a little bit. This is looking interesting to me. Maybe check out the chart yourself and you'll see why maybe instantly. But I might do a video on that coming very soon. And of course, I've got to do some updates soon on Einsteinium and, you know, some of the other ones here. I might do some videos as well. And of course, that's in conjunction with my weekly Bitcoin price analysis update. So head over to my channel and hit the subscribe button. I'm almost hitting 1,000 subscribers, which in the grand scheme of things isn't huge, but it's kind of a nice little milestone for me. And actually, since about January this year, I've grown my channel from about 130 something subscribers to almost 1,000. So I'm doing pretty good numbers in the last few months. So thank you to all those who have subscribed recently. So always appreciative. What I hopefully will do once I hit this the 1,000 subscriber mark, I might make a special video, 1,000 subscribers, well, hey, but I might do a giveaway. I'm considering doing a giveaway for the 1,000th subscriber. So if I can accurately figure out who that 1,000th subscriber was, that person may get a tiny little bit of a giveaway, a little bit of a prize, a tiny, tiny little prize, but a prize nonetheless. So more videos to come, of course. You guys know I do much more than Bitcoin and altcoin analysis. I am a competitive sports shooter. I do that very regularly and post videos of my sporting ventures. I talk about economics. I talk about politics. I talk about philosophy, breaking news, etc. Lots of different topics on my channel, Joe in general. So please head over to there, hit the subscribe button. Thanks very much. Stay safe, stay informed. Speak soon.